Hello. If my filming location seems different, that's because it is. Um, I am at my parents' house in Texas. I drove up yesterday and then for an event, which this is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be talking about the event. I drove up yesterday. The drive was safe. Got here, been hanging out with the fam, and then I honestly I just got back from Austin, where the event was being held. I went to Rainbow Mass or Black Mass, uh, being held by the Satanic Temple, so TST, and it was a lot of fun. It was really simple. It wasn't anything crazy. I went. I'm not, and you're probably thinking, well, Spencer, like, why'd you go if you're not a Satanist? And I went because I am a firm believer of experiencing things, from that I haven't got to experience, or things that are demonized. So I love experiencing new foods, new cultures, new religions, new spiritualities, like even or new lack thereof religions. Like I really went for the experience, and it was great. It was a really good experience. Um, it was it was called a mass, but it's not really. It wasn't really a mass, and there weren't a whole lot of people. I was the only one who attended who came from a different state. Everyone else was already a local of Texas. They were from somewhere in Texas. So it was kind of weird to be the only out-of-state person, but it wasn't that bad. Hi, Romeo. Hi, baby. Hello. But I had a ton of fun. I bought my ticket like 2 months ago, I think. I won a raffle, and that was fun. I didn't win anything crazy in the raffle. I got some free stickers and like a sticker book, but that's cool. That's totally fine with me. I had a cocktail that was pretty nice. It was pretty delicious. Hey, baby. Yeah, hey, baby. Sorry, I'm petting my old cat. She's 14. She's very grumpy. She's a little crotchety, but I love her. She's pretty old. She's been through a lot. Anyway, it was really nice. The event started at 2. We went in. I had drinks. They had a table set up that had like different kinds of paper masks, or not paper, but cardboard masks. And what they did is everyone got a mask of their choosing and can decorate it however they want. And you could either choose to wear it or not wear it. I left my mask in my van because I just really wanted to get inside. I was really tired from driving. It's an 1.5-hour drive. So my butt and my lower back is pretty sore. But so it started, we got masks. I got to like say hello to people, and people were really nice. People were very kind. And even the people running the bar that it was being held at were also very kind and very cool. The bar was so cool. It was like right up my alley. Like they were playing Eraserhead and Tales of the Crypt and like just like older horror style things on their flat screens. And the decor was very Halloween. One room was like a lot of like Viking themed, and the stage was in a room called the Raven Room. It was a very cool venue, a very small venue too. It really wasn't anything like well, I guess the word is like ostentatious. That might be the right word. Just out there. But everyone was cool. There were like different people there. Everyone was mingling and just talking to each other. I bought some stuff because like why not? Oh, before I show you what I got, I've met a member of the Satanic Temple, and named David, and he was really cool. He was an 80-year-old man who had been secular his whole life, and he and I connected quite a bit because he reminded me a lot of myself. you know, he grew up he went to a private school, but I went to a public school, but we both grew up in a family and in a living situation where we didn't know how to socialize properly, and that kind of backset us a little bit in our adult life. But he was really chill. He was really cool. He answered questions. He talked to me, told me about his life, and it felt good to be there. And, you know, and I want to also, I know there's a lot of stigma around a black mass. Because my father, you guys, I don't know if I've talked about, my family's Catholic. I am an ex-Catholic. So my father was very worried about me attending this black mass because usually a black mass, in I guess the traditional sense or like an older sense, is an anti-mass, and where they like desecrate, or not desecrate, but they are disrespectful to the communion and such like that, and it's very like anti-Christian, anti-Catholic, which was not the case with this. This was a space where people who are part of the LGBT community who can gather and, you know, just be. And the mass was, the sermon was on our sovereign body, ourselves. So it was very much a, you know, you have nothing to be ashamed of, but if you choose to hide in your mask, that is okay. We have to protect the people who choose to wear their mask still out of necessity. But you should not feel ashamed. You should not feel, you shouldn't feel negativity or negatively towards who you are as a person. Hi, baby. You wanna come back in here? You wanna come back in here? But you shouldn't feel negatively about who you are as a person. There's nothing wrong with you, and things like that. And it was a very good sermon, and I really loved hearing it, and it really just filled my heart with like this warmth and care. So I'll show you. Okay, it was really good. So I wanted to like clarify the stigma. Also, did you know that the Satanic Temple is like one of the only other churches that's not Christian that is exempt from federal taxes? That's really cool. I think that is very, very cool, because that means it is recognized as a actual religion. And that is just a really interesting, fun thing that I got to learn while I was there talking to people. So it was awesome. And again, I'm not a Satanist. I'm not a atheist. I'm a Norse pagan, but I still loved being there and being around other people who felt like me but weren't like me, but you know what I mean. So all right, so here's what I got. So I bought a t-shirt from the bar because they had this hung up on the wall, and it was just too cool for me not to get. But it's a crowbar, and it's Odin before he lost his eye, and it's got like the address down there for the bar, of course, and then the back is a shield, and it also has the address on the back, and I just love the design of the crow skulls and the shield. I'll hold it up a little closer for you guys to see. It's so sick, and I love it. I'm so psyched. And I was really happy to support the bar as well in any way I could, because I didn't have cash, and I was like, well, I'll buy a shirt. Which, now that I think about it, I don't think he actually charged me for the shirt. So I think I got it for free. Which, if that's the case, thank you. That's awesome. I know no one who was there is probably watching this, but thank you. So that's pretty cool, and I love it. I'm gonna wear that. You best believe I'm gonna wear that. Okay. So I mainly got a lot of stickers, but because a lot of the stickers I got were free, but I got this sticker from my friend Ruby. It's a cute little bat with flowers. The reason why I didn't get her anything relating to the mass is because she's atheist. And so I didn't want to get her anything that didn't coincide with her own beliefs. So I thought a cute little bat with flowers was a good choice. I got mystery stickers that I don't know what they look like, and I'm not going to pull them all out and show you guys, but they came in these cute little bags, and they came with the sticker journal that says, "Have the day you deserve." That's the one I won in the raffle. I could have picked something else, but a lot of the stuff that was being raffled off was in relation to the area. And since I'm not from Texas, I decided to take the thing that wouldn't keep other people from experiencing prizes in the area that they're from. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, people who are from Texas can have the prizes relating to Texas. So I wanted to be I was very, like, just very thoughtful of everybody. So I mainly, like I said, I mainly got lots of stickers. I got a pentagram, because I really liked the look of it and I liked the style. It's got this very rusticness to it. And it was on sale, so like I paid like $5 for it, so that's not good. That's not bad. And then I got another necklace that is a bunch of crows. I'm actually gonna open this one because I have a hard time reading. The inscription that's on the pendant, or inscription, the wording that's on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tear it open. That way I can pull it out and look at it properly. And also I want to wear it because, you know, why not? So it says, it can't rain all the time, which I love. The resin is a little rough, but I don't mind that because that means it was like handmade. See? It can't rain all the time, which I thought was a very, very nice sentiment. Because it's true, it can't rain all the time. And I like that because despite maybe you're having a rough patch or bad time, there's always going to be a light at the end of it. And as hard as it is to remind yourself of that kind of thing, I thought that is probably like one of the things that has kept me around for as long as I have, is just to continue reminding myself that there is always a way, there's always a light. And oh my gosh, I struggle with these things so bad. Hang on. And at one point, as a lot of you know, I did do a short stint at a psych hospital because of that, where I didn't have the will to go on. I will do another video talking about that, probably. If you want me to, I don't mind. It's not something I'm ashamed of because it's not something anyone should be ashamed of. And then that's it, I think. Yeah, I got, and it was just a bunch of like cute stickers, it looks like. We have a dead cat eating ramen, another cat with bat wings and skulls, and then the Satanic Temple anti-fascist sticker, or the pentagram anti-fascist sticker, which I think is so cool. I really like it. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to... Oh, I have one more thing. So because I like paid a little extra, because, you know, I'm extra, and I wanted the full experience. I also have a certificate of affirmation from the Satanic Temple, which I thought was super cool. It comes in a folder, and it's got these nice like gold lining on the front, and here, I'll open it. And it says, certificate of affirmation for Spencer. My gender is non-binary. My pronouns are he and they. And it's dated and officiate by Lolock, which I thought was super cool. Lolock is like the head of the temple right now, or one of the heads. I don't know much, so please don't come at me in the comments. Just correct me if I'm wrong. That's cool. But that is pretty much it. And I just wanted to share my experience because it breaks my heart that there's a lot of things out there that are really demonized and, you know, looked down on. And I did, like I said, I did this to go and have the experience and to just see what it's all about. And it was great. In October, the first weekend of October, Tulsa Oklahoma is having a pagan festival, which I'm super excited for because I went last year. I had a great time. It was awesome. It was beautiful weather. The vendors were great. Everything was so fantastic, and I'm really excited to go again this year. So, but I think that's gonna be pretty much it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to educate me about anything in the comments, let me know. Like, just tell me in the comments, give me fun facts. If you're a Satanist, you can enlighten me on more about the church, about the temple, the Satanic temple, the Church of Satan. Or if you are your own religion, I would love to hear about it, or your experiences and what it's all about. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye-bye!